welcome back. And joining me now are the Pleasure Boys, who are taking the UK by storm with their initiative and their amazing shows and, quite frankly, wowing your audiences. So welcome. So we've got John on my right here. So
Good
John,
evening.
you're the manager.
Good morning, actually.
Good, yes, good morning. Actually, yes, it feels like that. And who have we got here?
Dale.
Dale.
PJ.
And Darren. And Darren. And you're going to keep your clothes on.
Try to.
We've been ordered.
So, guys, just tell us a little. I mean, John, you've previously come on Cuppa TV.
Yes.
We've spoken about what you do. I mean, it's hard work, isn't it, guys?
It is.
Do you find it hard?
Late night filming.
Yes.
Such a chore.
So lovely that you came on my show tonight.
No, thank you for having
Exactly.
us.
No, it's great to see. I mean, you were on, as I say, just a couple of weeks ago,
Yeah,
Dale,
yeah.
and we were talking about how you have to keep fit. Nutrition and working out is really important.
Yeah.
And would you agree with that?
Yeah, we've all been training today.
Have you?
Yeah, can't speak for boss, but we have.
We'll come to you in a minute.
Keep
So-
you like
So what about for you? Because I haven't met you before. So
Yeah.
do you work out?
I try to.
He
today I
does.
had-
He does. He trains.
Just
mate.
modest.
Yeah.
He trains.
And do you train every day?
it's about six times a week. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot, isn't it?
It is.
And do you tell them to do that, John, or do they do it
No, I'll
of their
leave
own
them to
accord?
that. No, we do the dancing as well, don't we? So,
Yes, of course,
with
yeah.
that linked in with the
Yeah.
bodybuilding style
Yeah.
training.
Because
keeps
it
us fit.
is, you're not just male strippers. There's a lot that goes into it, isn't there, John?
Yes,
Yeah.
right.
So tell us a little bit about what the boys do.
Well, obviously you've got your shows that you do at the end of the week, but leading up to that, then you've got all of your diet, your training, your dance training, the choreography that you've got to learn new choreography. Then, obviously, long journeys like tomorrow. We're in
Yes.
Plymouth tomorrow, so as soon as
Great.
we leave here, straight on the road again.
I know. I do appreciate you coming in and joining us. It's wonderful to have you. And I mean, is it? What's the hardest part?
Oh, the hardest part.
Is there a hardest
All
part?
of it.
All of it.
Turn it up.
Your boss is here.
I'd say the travel personally.
Yeah. Travelling can be very tiring, can't
Yeah,
it?
when we're there, it's as much as it's
Brilliant,
a
isn't
job, we all get such a buzz and we bounce
Yeah,
off each other, and it's fun still. But we're travelling there. Plymouth tomorrow's over 3 hours, 3.5 hours. I mean, most of us will keep on the way there, but
Yes,
someone's
yeah.
got to stay awake on the
Yes.
journey
Someone's
back.
got to drive.
Who
Someone's
drives?
going to drive.
Well,
Is
there's
that you,
3
John?
drivers because
Yes.
tomorrow there's a total of 11 of us going down.
Really?
So there's
Yeah.
3 vehicles, all of the equipment that we've got as well.
So I mean, there's a lot of work involved, isn't
Yeah.
there? And PJ, you're the choreographer, is that right?
That's the one. Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about that. What do you do?
So basically, it's my job to put together routines, find out, what the boys are looking to bring new to the table. So we'll have a sit down, have a talk, find out what routines we're looking for, costume-wise, ideas. Literally put them together, music as well.
Because you are quite innovative. It's a show, isn't it? You
Yeah.
produce
Yeah,
a
yeah,
show.
definitely.
Come a long way from the 90s when guys just walked
Yes.
on stage and took the
Definitely.
clothes
Yes,
off. It's
yeah,
not like that.
yeah.
what-
And there is an awful lot that goes into it, and the choreography alone. I mean, I imagine you will have to dance, of course. What if you can't dance?
Oh,
You just
Everybody's
teach them.
at different levels,
That's
aren't
it,
they? Everybody's a dancer, but
Yeah.
everybody's at
Yeah.
different levels, and that's where PJ comes in.
everybody for themselves. It's kind of like we find out what we're best at, and we literally play on
Use
it.
your
Like,
strengths.
to be honest with you, anybody can be a stripper, but not everyone can be a performer. So
Yeah.
I think as well. It seems to me that there's quite a team spirit going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Definitely, obviously the boys, you could be having a bad day or something like that. You go into rehearsals and then everyone just picks you up and everything's just good, you know what I mean? And we've got, we obviously talk a lot outside of work and it's always good spirit, always positivity, so
So you keep in contact with each other.
yeah.
Or you're going to
It's
have to.
almost every day anyway, isn't
Is
it?
it?
Really?
Yes.
Communicating
Yeah.
enough every day.
And your show-wise, are you doing it every day, John? Are they?
No, we do the tour. So the tour dates are usually on a Thursday, Friday and Saturday. We do have resident shows, so some of us get put onto a resident show as well. Like we're in Birmingham, but we've got different teams all around the UK that do their resident shows as well.
That's great. So it is literally across the whole of the UK.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Yeah, and are you doing something?
And in Dublin as well.
And in Dublin as well. Fantastic. And are you doing something for Birmingham Pride?
Yes, we
here
are,
in
yeah.
Birmingham. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
We'll be performing there with some of the celebrities
Yeah.
that appear.
Yeah, because it's a great lineup this year.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
do you enjoy things like that? Do you enjoy
it's
doing
good.
shows?
It's through the industry, there's a lot of aspects outside of the stripping we get involved in, like especially this for publicity and promotions.
Yes.
Same with Pride. I mean, you meet some great people, connections, and everything boosts each other. You help somebody, they help you. It's
Sounds
a
like
good
a stepping
aspect.
stone.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, I mean, you've got such a lot going on, such a busy lifestyle. So I really do appreciate that, you coming on here. But you're going to stay with us for the hour.
We
aren't
enjoyed it
you?
last week. So
Oh, see,
come
you
back.
had to come back. This is what it is. But there's only, how many of there are you in total? Because there's only 3 of us. I've only got 3.
In the main
Is it-
tour,
yeah,
there
the
are
main
8.
tour, there's 8. Yeah.
In the whole group, there's around 25.
That's a lot, isn't it? Okay, well, we're going to have to leave it there because we've got to go back to Bob. So we're just, welcome back again. We're still here with the lovely Pleasure Boys. So say hi, guys, to our lovely audience. Perhaps they've just joined us. And John, mustn't forget John, the manager. So, no, so exactly. Please don't. How could I forget you, John, sitting here on my sofa? So, guys, I've got to ask the question. Did you vote today before you came to our lovely studios?
Oh, we're going to get in trouble for this, but we actually didn't.
Did any of you vote? Now, that's interesting. May I ask why not?
We've literally haven't stopped all day. We've rehearsed from about 10 in the morning to probably about 4 in the afternoon, teaching some new routines to some of our
Some of the boys who will be there tomorrow.
yeah, some of the lads who'll be there on the tour tomorrow, so we have to get them up to speed on some of our newer routines.
So you've had just a lot to do, but do you think there's quite a lot of young people that are disengaged with the election process?
I think so. Yeah, I think quite a lot, to be honest. I mean, I've seen all over social media, Facebook and Twitter, so many people having an opinion, but how many of those actually went out to vote, I think is a different thing.
Yeah, that's interesting, John. What do you think about that, John? What's your take on that?
I don't think the young generation understand anything to do with politics. I don't think they're interested. If I think back to my day when it was a few years ago, I wasn't really
Not so
interested.
many.
I wasn't interested either. You
Yeah.
know? It didn't mean anything to me.
Yes. Is it? But do you think there will be, if there was a better way to vote? So if we could do it on your social media or phone,
yeah.
would that?
I think so, yeah.
Yes, is that
I think it'd go through the
interesting?
roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got to keep up with the
Yeah,
generations.
absolutely. I mean, we've got a hashtag Vote Big Centre. So for those of you who want to get in contact with the show, hashtag us Vote Big Centre. Send us a tweet, send us an email. But it's really interesting, isn't it? That we are in this social media world. So it's very interesting. So, but we're going to continue to talk with you guys, and we're going to find out a little bit more about what you do, and John as well, what you do. Okay, right, we're going to take a break now. Welcome back to the Cuppa TV election special. And we've just had some results in that I'd like to give you. So far we have 3 seats held by Labour and 2 by the Conservative. And the exit polls are suggesting that the Conservatives are in the lead, but not expected to have a majority. So, it's all go here. We've got the Pleasure Boys, we've got politics. I mean, what more could we want? Exactly. So, guys, we were talking just before the break that you didn't vote and about social media. And is that really important to you as well during your shows?
Yeah, definitely. It is a big part of us. Our accounts that we have at UK Pleasure Boys, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all of those, we use all of that to throw out offers and competitions, really get the girls sucked in to want to come and see the shows.
And do the girls respond to that? Do you get responses from that?
Yeah, there's quite a lot. It normally depends on what you put up. You could put something normal and you might get a normal reply, but then if you put up a topless picture or something, then the replies and everything starts coming through, the retweets, the favourites, everything. So
Well, with our Twitter as well, though, our Twitter is completely different to a lot of other groups.
Why is that then, John?
Well, we've never ever purchased. You can actually buy these likes and all these sort of things. We've never ever done that. What we have are genuine clients that have been to our show.
And liked
girls.
you.
Exactly.
And come on to, yes, I do. I'm aware of that. You can do that, can't you? So
yeah, but we've never ever gone down that route,
Never had the need to.
No.
Absolutely. So just tell me a little bit about you, because let's start with you. So what do you do as well as doing
I
Pleasure
am
Boys?
still in education. I'm in my last year studying sports business management at Worcester University. So it is a bit of a balance game with lectures and
all the training, what we've just been speaking about.
I mean, stripping, people think it's a weekend job, but as much as that, it's still a weekend job.
There's lots of nods there.
It's a full-time job.
Yeah.
And to balance everything else around that, the gym and meal preps and education,
It's
It
a
can be
lot.
difficult.
And what do you study?
Sports business management.
So again, that ties in quite nicely
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
with
It
what
is.
you're
I mean,
doing.
I've helped John in the office previously, doing a bit of management roles and helping through the social media and everything. So universities, I never thought I'd go down university path to become a stripper. But they do work.
Yes. Don't tell your parents.
A lot of the boys that do this sort of job, they're either fitness models or
Yes.
they're dancers or they're in the physique.
Because you've
side
got
of
to
things.
have this physique. I mean, you
You
have to have it.
yeah.
It's important, isn't it?
I don't
for
think
what you
anybody
do?
would want to come and see
Exactly.
if you wasn't,
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
As
So-
good as your personalities are.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I mean, and that is a fact for your business. Fact for your business. I mean, there's some
Yeah.
things you just can't, get away with. But PJ, what do you do?
I've literally just come out of full-time work. I was working in the hotel industry for 6.5 years. Actually doing meeting and events management. So I was dealing with weddings, parties, hen agencies, absolutely everything.
And now you're going to weddings and hen parties.
we bring that to us,
Totally
don't we?
different
Yeah.
role. That's-
Stepping stone.
And that was your decision, a conscious decision to give all that up and become full time for the
I
UK
think-
Pleasure Boys?
With my previous job, I think I was there so long, I kind of knew the job literally like the back of my hand. It started turning to be a continuous thing. I felt like I was a robot half of the time. Don't get me wrong, from the 6.5 years I learnt so much.
I suppose at least
So
you can
much.
say with your career every day must be different
Oh,
because you've got a new audience
It's never boring.
every
Yeah.
night. And what about for you?
I've literally just done my last exam at uni, so I do sports therapy, and yeah, like I said, I've literally just finished, so I'm a free man.
Hey. So you're going to be doing full time Pleasure Boys? Is that what you're hoping to do?
Until September, I think, about September, and there's a couple of things in the sports industry that I've got lined up. So for the whole summer, which is like our busiest period, I'm completely devoted to Pleasure Boys.
And John, is that your busiest period at the summertime? Is it, or is there?
Right
Is
now,
it?
yeah.
Is it all? So it's from now, really.
It seems to be getting earlier every year, but I'd say probably from around end of April through to maybe end of August is the main hen season. So everybody comes to see the
Yeah,
shows.
when it comes to see the shows, exactly. And what's your? I can't say the best show because every show is good, I'm sure. But is there one that you remember and think, wow, that was just amazing?
There is one that sticks in my mind. There was around 12,000 people there.
12,000.
Yeah, he was right in the middle, and that was in Germany actually.
Oh my goodness.
So it was huge. They do it
12,000.
completely different over there.
So were you involved in any of that, guys?
I wasn't there then. No, I would have been a bit
I've been
before
doing it a
my
little
Yes,
bit longer
yes,
than you
that's
guys.
it.
I'm retired now,
That's
but
it,
it's
retired,
there.
yes, that's right. Yeah, because you used to do this, didn't you, John?
Yeah, I've done it for almost 20 years.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, again, it seems like it's a lifestyle almost, really.
Mhm.
Would that be fair to say?
You have,
what
to,
you
you have
do?
to love it. You have to
Yes.
really be into everything that the job entails. Otherwise, you won't enjoy it.
Okay, well, listen, we've just got to go back to Bob. So we're going to go join Bob now. Welcome back to Cuppa TV Election Special. So before we went to Bob, John, we were talking about your best show, and you were talking about Germany. Guys, we were saying about that. But
It's awesome.
why
over
was
there.
that so special for you?
That's where I got my inspiration to make these new shows. Because here in the UK, nobody had done these type of shows that we're doing now. Because
Is
they've
that
got
right?
some really, really unique things that they do over there, So we brought things like, proper showy things like angle grinding and fire and, water routines with strobe lights and different effects that make that show even sexier.
Because it is, I mean, I said it was innovative. Would you agree with that, guys? Your show's
Yeah.
quite innovative. And how about for you actually on the stage? Tell us, Darren, start with you. Any worst moments on the stage?
Worst? Oh wow.
So we'll start with the bad and then we go to the good.
Probably I fell with someone through a stage.
Oh no.
It sounds a lot worse than it
Yeah.
actually was. It was just the two back legs that the girl was sat on.
Yeah.
They just they slipped over the back and we just kind of both.
Fell back.
Yeah.
Oh.
But we just started out.
Yeah.
It was
Left
okay.
Things like that happen though, don't they? I mean,
They do
when
happen.
it's live, it's like tonight. Anything can happen, really.
That's right.
It's live, and for you, I mean, girls can. Do they ever storm the stage?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there's an all there from PJ.
Everybody says.
Tell us about that all, PJ.
Dublin's probably the worst.
I've been at a show, and
Yeah.
basically there's parts of the routines where you involve the girls, in
Yes.
the crowd. So part of my routine, I'll get a chair and do like a little lap dance.
Yes.
So I chose one, but then someone else decided to get involved, and she was like, "No, I want to sit on a chair," and then them two had like a full-on fight.
No.
Scrap.
Yeah,
Can be that.
so I didn't know.
And
whether
what do you
to carry
do
on.
in circumstances like that? Do you just
Security.
carry on? The show must go
Usually
on.
you've got security, but
Yeah.
yeah, what you would normally do is you would probably sidestep them while security deals with them, and then you would carry on with your show. So then, you know, say you've got 200-300 women, they don't want to see a fight on stage.
No.
They want to see what
Absolutely,
you're doing
yeah.
up there, you know. So that's what you do.
I mean, health and safety, of course, is a paramount whenever you're doing your shows. I mean, John, as a manager, you know that must be very important
big
to
headache.
you, and it is, that's right.
It's a
It
big,
is.
big headache to
And
get it right.
How do you get it right?
Well, when you arrive there, you have to do a risk assessment on the whole area that you're working. So if you're doing fire, you need to make sure that you've got your extinguishers. You've got to make sure that the things that are there are fireproof. Then you check out the capacity to make sure that the people that they've got coming in, it's not overcrowded. So you know, you've probably seen some dog and duck type places where
Yes.
everybody's rammed in.
Yeah.
These events that we're on now, they're not like that. Everybody's seated with tables, chairs. You know, they're all comfortable, and
So it
there's
is-
nobody overcrowding. You know.
It is a very sort of American, you know, show, isn't it? For those of you who haven't,
It's gone that
you
way.
know, seen you or experienced you, how would you describe your show?
Well, if they've seen Magic Mike, I'm not going to name drop or anything, but the second one is coming out soon apparently. So, but no, yeah, but similar aspects definitely. It definitely is. I mean, the whole. Bearing in mind we don't get money thrown at us, which
No.
is fairly unfortunate. But
Would that be
there is the aspect of all these girls coming in for a ladies' night, and they'll all sit down around a table, and we have girls coming to the show that have food before they watch the show as well, and it's all these little aspects that it's not just an everyday show; it's a big.
It's an
production.
evening, really.
Yeah.
It's just like going to a Las Vegas
Yeah.
show where you
That's
have
what we
dinner
like to try and
do the
try
big
and do.
show. Would you like to go to Las Vegas, John?
I've been.
Have you?
Yeah,
Tell
I've
us
been.
about that. Did you do a show there?
No, I didn't, unfortunately. No.
Oh.
We haven't grown that big yet.
Yeah. There's always time.
Yes, there is.
There's always time for that. And how long have you been going, John? How long have the boys been
The
together?
group itself,
Yes.
2007 was when it was formed, and it came from the first ever female lap dancing club. So we was the first in the UK.
Really?
And then from there we've seen the potential of how many hens wanted to come and see our type of show rather than the normal strip show where the guys running around naked around the room. So we're a stage production. So you know you can sit down. The girls don't feel intimidated like they're going to come and get pounced upon when you're naked and dipping things in drinks that you've probably
Yes.
heard these horror stories of other male strippers doing. We don't do anything like that. You know?
It is very important, do you think, to think about. I mean, it comes under safety, really, doesn't it? But would you agree with that, guys? Is it important to you that the show is professional?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
has
know,
to be, yeah,
is that really important to you?
100%.
Yeah, and do you gear your shows like that? I mean, you do the choreographer, PJ, so you know.
Everything in the show is staged. I mean, even sometimes it would look like there's a certain part in the tour where Darren would be lap dancing one of the girls, and I would rush on stage and pull him off, and then I'd jump on the girl, and
Yes.
it could look fairly real,
Yes.
but it is
Yeah.
everything's all staged. We know exactly when to do
That's
it.
like the fight scenes and stuff. It's all staged, isn't it? You know.
Yes. Oh, do you have fight
Yeah,
scenes?
we have
in the
swords
show?
and shields and
Oh!
all sorts going on.
There's a bit of swashbuckling there.
Sometimes you
though,
need the
isn't there?
shields, bro.
What's your favourite, PJ? I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite part of doing the
Um,
show? Apart from the obvious, maybe that.
To be honest with you,
What's your
favourite part
favourite?
to do with stripping in general, I think it's the actual boys I've met. You know, it's not like I'm literally just coming to a job or I do what I do and then go home. It's literally coming to work. I'm with the boys. I class them as my family now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I see them more than anyone else. But it's literally just the bond. You know, the connection we've got. We meet outside of work, so it's kind of like we're not a typical stripper group. So, for example, if Dale goes on, we've all got his back, like hands in before we go on.
Yes.
You know, have a good one.
Yeah.
He has a good show next strip
Yeah.
out. So it's literally just the connection we have as a group. You know, we're not selfish or I want to be the best or we have the biggest ego or whatsoever.
Boost
We
each other.
literally
Yeah. Well,
work off
that
each
must
other,
be
really.
great for you, John, as a manager, looking after these guys.
This is why I developed the group
You
to
know,
start.
yes,
You know, like,
yeah.
anybody that's got any sort of arrogance when they come in, they don't get past stage one. You know, because I can pick that up straight away.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. There is a process
Yes, there is.
of
yeah.
how. So just take us through that process. How do you become one of the
Well, most of
pleasure
these
boys?
guys would be a host to start with, so they would come in, they would host for several months or even a year. From there, we would pick out the better ones, or they would come forward and say, "Could you train me?" And if I think that they're at a certain stage, then we'll carry on and train them.
Dale, I can't remember what you said when you were last on Cuppa TV. Was you what do you call it? I'm so sorry.
Topless waiter.
Topless waiter. That's it. So you were a topless waiter, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Were you the same, PJ? Were you a topless waiter?
Yeah.
He's falling asleep there. Give him a
Sorry, I was like,
Give me some sugar.
Give you some sweets. We'll get you some sweets. Come on.
I was thinking. Yeah, I stopped this way, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Was that
But
what you used to do?
I was more thrown into it. Like I
Really?
didn't know what I was coming to do.
Oh, so
I just
it's-
literally turned up with black trousers.
it's you.
So,
and,
do what you want.
and that's it. And
Nice
Darren, were you the
surprise.
same?
Yeah, I think I was the same. I was asked to come in to topless host just for a group of ladies in a room. That was a message I got in my head,
Yeah.
and then I'm seeing a lot more on stage. So yeah, it was quite a shock when I came through.
So when you're looking to recruit new boys, John, what do you look for?
Do you know, we have advertised, but we hardly ever have to now.